Very special survivor who would like to share her story with you. When she sent me an email asking general event and registration questions, we got to talking. I heard all that she has gone through and thought we need her to speak and tell her story. Her outlook on life and fighting the disease after everything she has overcome completely blew my mind. We spoke on the phone, and when I hung up, I took a step back and looked at my life and felt even more grateful for the health of my family and children. Her name is Teresa Wallace. You're going to speak? Okay, here she is. Woo!
Hi everybody, my name is Teresa Wallace. I'm a 66-year-old four-time cancer survivor. I have to think of a time when cancer wasn't part of my life, since I've been battling it for nearly a decade. But before my first bout with cancer, or the beast as I like to call it, I was a wife, a daughter, a mother of two, and an elementary school teacher. I lived for my family, adored teaching my 6th grade students, and relished the time I got to spend with friends and loved ones. But suddenly, when my first diagnosis, all that took a backseat, and my primary role became that of a cancer patient. My first cancer was stage 3 breast cancer. I felt a lump under my arm, and before even seeing a doctor, I knew it wasn't good. The first doctor I met told me to go home and get my affairs in order, that based on the size of the tumor and the fact that it had spread to my lymph nodes, I wouldn't survive long. I can tell you that receiving that news was devastating. My kids were not children anymore. They had both graduated college, but they needed me. My husband needed me, and my father needed me, and I needed to be there for them. To put it bluntly, I just wasn't ready to give in. I needed to fight for myself and for them, so I sought a second opinion. Luckily, I met a team of doctors who were dedicated to helping me survive, and after several months of chemotherapy, 1 surgery, and countless days of radiation, I did just that. Several years passed, and I had just marked my 5-year cancer-free anniversary with friends and family. However, in the back of my mind, I knew something was wrong. I just didn't feel right. Not long after, I noticed a small growth on my tongue, and a few weeks later I was told I had stage 4 tongue cancer. My options were not happy ones, and the outlook was not good, but I knew once again that I had to fight. I had so much to live for. Those next few months were the most grueling of my life, but the fact that I am standing here today is a testament to the amazing medical care out there, funded in parts by events just like this one. Each and every one of us here today is making a difference. Each and every one of us here are helping cancer patients to survive. In the past 2 years since my tongue cancer diagnosis, I have also been diagnosed with stage 1 kidney cancer and a stage 0 melanoma. 2 surgeries later, I beat those cancers too. My surgical oncologist has been carefully watching a patch under my tongue for several months. When I saw him a few weeks ago, he told me it had to go. So last Tuesday, he removed it. I will get the results of the biopsy on Friday, but regardless of the outcome, I'm confident this is nothing more than a bump in my road to recovery. And in case you've been keeping track of the stages of my cancers, no, I have no intention of finding a stage 2 cancer to battle. People ask how I got through all this, and the answer is easy. I looked into the eyes of my loved ones. The only way to eliminate the pain and the fear I saw there was to survive, so I did. It was as simple as that, almost. My faith in the prayers of those who loved me carried me when I thought I could go no further. The expertise of the amazing medical staff who cared for me and who still care for me brought me from a wheelchair and a feeding tube to walking the relay for life. Early in my cancer journey, I remember being visited by a volunteer from the American Cancer Society. She sat with me, answered my questions, and told me about the resources available to me and my family. I left that meeting with what can only be described as a sense of relief, knowing that there was an organization out there that could help my whole family get through this long and crazy process. No matter what the outcome, I also became aware of the strides that have been made in the cancer treatment because of research funded by organizations like the American Cancer Society. It was after that meeting that I resolved to fight and beat cancer and to make a difference in the lives of others. I wanted the opportunity to bring the same feelings to other cancer patients, and I have met that goal. Today I am proud to say I volunteer twice a week at the Lady Clinic in Burlington. I work for the American Cancer Society and see new chemotherapy patients and tell them about all the wonderful programs available to them and their families. I like to think I make a small difference in their lives, and I know they make a big difference in mine. I started off by telling you about my life before cancer, how I was a wife, a daughter, a mother, and a teacher. How I love to spend time with my family and friends. Cancer has not changed that. If anything, my struggles have brought me closer to my family and made me appreciate my time with them even more. I have since retired from teaching, but I carry on the tradition of helping others through my work with the American Cancer Society. Today, I hope to walk at least 4 laps, one for each of my cancers. Please join me in walking for yourself or your loved ones. Join me in showing the beast just how strong we are. Join me in making a difference in the lives of those affected by cancer.